Hey, I'm Scott, and I'm an American in Bangkok. And delays. We're living in a world that is run by chuckleheads. And not only are the chuckleheads running the Thai government, but they're also running the U.S. government, the Aussie government, the British government. All over the world, there's chuckleheads running the government. I'm a little bit surprised, but then again, no, I'm not. I'm not surprised. 5 provinces were supposed to open on October 1st. Of course, the Prime Minister had originally said, yes, we're opening October 1st. Now, obviously, the way that things go with the virus, this is a little bit beyond his control, but that was what he was shooting for. These 5 provinces are Chiang Mai, Chonburi, Phetchaburi, Prachuap Khiri Khan, and Krung Thep. That's Bangkok. And then I hear, I don't even know, 2 days ago, it's every other day we're hearing something new. Okay, now things are postponed until October 15th. The Bangkok governor has said Bangkok is not going to open until it's 70% vaccinated, fully vaccinated. Supposedly that can happen by October 22nd. And I thought, well, at least the other places can open on October 15th. However, because the rest of the country is not fully vaccinated, it still is a bit in doubt. And then I see just today that in the Bangkok Post, there's an article that says the Pattaya is on track to reopen October 1st. Although the schedule could be deferred, said Pattaya City Mayor Santaya Kunplum. The so-called Pattaya Moves On Tourism Sandbox remains on track for reopening on October 1st, as confirmed by the Tourism Authority of Thailand and the Tourism and Sports Ministry, Mr. Santaya said. Chonburi is one of 5 provinces planned for the October 1 reopening. This is today's paper. And then, in another article that's right next to it, reopenings face even more delays. Vaccination rates put October plans at risk. The reopening plan for 5 provinces might be delayed by a month to November 1st, as each province's vaccination rate still falls short of 70% coverage, leading Chiang Mai to put its faith in the domestic market instead. Oh, I don't know what to say about this, but what I will say, I'll just go ahead and wing it. They're saying that the Bangkok mayor has said Bangkok cannot be fully vaccinated until at least October 22nd, and that there is still another 2 weeks necessary for the vaccines, the last vaccines, to take effect so that the people are fully vaccinated, that the full 70% are indeed vaccinated and somewhat more secure and safe against this virus. Now, if you count 2 weeks from October 22nd, that's November 5th. It's not November 1st, it's November 5th. Now, for some reason, I don't know why, I just have this feeling that something's going to change tomorrow or the next day. I could be wrong. But this does not inspire confidence in tourists. This does not inspire confidence in me. And like I said, to me, I view this, it's a shit show. And everything is run by a bunch of chuckleheads. That's a kind way of putting it. And to be completely fair, I think everybody's guessing. They're just reaching, they're grabbing for straws. They're hoping that something will work out. And what's funny is that, let me see here, we cannot, hold on a second here, let me backtrack. Mr. Tanek Petsuwan The Deputy Director for Communications and Marketing at the Tourism Authority of Thailand said that the October plan may be postponed to November 1st because of the condition that each area must inoculate 70% of its population. Now, he also said that international airlines are ready to operate flights to Chiang Mai once there is enough demand, especially from Korean golfers. We cannot expect an influx of demand here as the current gateway is Phuket. I know they refer to Phuket as a big success. And I would say, okay, they did manage to raise some money, but from what I've read, from what I've been told by people, it's not exactly trickling down to the little guy. It's basically hotels and larger entities that are benefiting from this sandbox. And while the people may be having fun there, I don't dispute that. It's a nice place, a beautiful place, of course. They have fallen far, far short of what their expectation was originally. And just like I think they're going to fall far, far short of trying to garner 1 million wealthy expats to come and live here for 10 years at a time, for a number of reasons which don't really make sense to me. But to compare these other places to Phuket, especially when you're going to say, oh, we're not going to have any quarantine. We're going to do away with the quarantine. Well, what I'm still waiting to see is, are they going to do away with the emergency decree? Are they going to do away with the certificate of entry? Are they going to do away with the insurance? Because if they don't do that, I dare say there's going to be a lot of people that are going to go, I'm still going to wait. I'm not going to come. I'm going to wait. And I think they're going to, they face there's a tough road ahead for Thailand. And I could be wrong. I'm not always right. I don't claim to be, but I'm giving my opinion on this. And my opinion from experience in a number of areas with regards to Thailand, I'm going to say, they try for, say, October 1st, and maybe things happen November 15th. And I understand. Sometimes you make goals, you're really shooting for them, and you fall a bit short. You still achieve the goal, but just not on the time in the time frame that you might want to accomplish it. So I really want to see what happens. I'm really anxious to see what happens. I mean, I'm looking forward to this. If the emergency decree is done away with, well, then the CCSA will be done away with. And I'm wondering if that's going to affect anything. And a lot of time what you see in the news is there's a proposal out there. We're proposing this, we're proposing that, but it still hasn't been cleared. And maybe there's no chance that it's going to clear. They've said 70%, 70%, 70%, but let me tell you, I'm scheduled to get a booster in the next, say, 6 weeks or so. And so if they don't get things going, then what about all the people who haven't got their booster yet? Are they still going to consider them fully inoculated? Because they've been giving out this Sinovac quite a bit, and the AstraZeneca, but the Sinovac and Sinopharm, are they going to say, well, the people who were originally vaccinated with Sinovac are no longer fully vaccinated because the efficacy has dwindled and now they need a booster and we don't have the boosters on hand, or not enough of them have had the booster. So there's all kinds of issues out there, and what I would say is this. Many people have asked me, when do you think Thailand's going to open up? When do you think Thailand's going to open up? And I always say, listen, look a few months in advance. It might be 3 months, it might be 6 months, it might be a year. Because there's going to be hurdles to jump, and people are going to fall, and you're going to have to start over again. This reopening might fail, and they're going to have to, who knows, they may quarantine again, they may start quarantines again, they might start another lockdown, a semi-lockdown, whatever you want to call it. So it remains to be seen. But if they're already saying November 1st, and let's just assume November 1st is the date that they will reopen, it's going to take a while for people to start coming. So, okay, maybe it'll happen by the end of the year, but does that mean the emergency decree is going to be done away with? Does it mean that people are going to be able to come here and all they need to do is get a visa, maybe show that they've been fully vaccinated, take a test before they come? And what is the deal with the tests that people have to take when they come to Thailand? Are they going to be paying these exorbitant prices? Because, in many countries, they are far cheaper than what Thailand is charging. And there may be reasons for this, but I can't think of any that make sense to me. So that's all I have. I just wanted to talk about this a little bit. I think it's interesting. But until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok di leo jakan mai. It's good luck, and see you later. Please remember to leave a thumbs up if you like this video, if you like the channel. Subscribe. Check the description for all the ways that you can support the channel, or just keep watching. That's a great way to support the channel. So thank you very much, and see you when I see you.